subscribe and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone! Today on Lady Mary Bath, I'm taking you inside the Bluebird Circle's Couture Boutique. This much anticipated yearly fashion event is full of great deals on designer finds. We will also discover jewelry that belonged to a famous First Lady. It's shopping with a purpose, with proceeds benefiting the Bluebird Circle Clinic and pediatric neurology research. Join me. Welcome to the Bluebird Circle's Couture Boutique, an opportunity to get very good deals on top designer labels. We'll have a look at the store. I'll also take you on a preview for Media Day where we get up close with some of these items, and we'll discover so much more in store. Resale fashion is a growing industry. We will talk more about this and ways that you can be sustainable and affordable and fill your closets. The dress that I'm wearing is also thrifted from AGC Boutique in Bel Air. We will go upstairs for a preview and private showing of some of these great fashion labels with a bit of history. For now, it's under wraps for the customers before the doors open. And we get some great ideas on how to use fashion accessories. Sharing a preview with you of the Bluebird Circle's Couture Boutique. Soon the doors will open and shoppers will be grabbing these incredible finds, and we will have a look first before the doors open. And we can also get some ideas of creative uses for scarves. Prices start at $25. We will see a range of items from the famous fashion labels to everyday wearables. And the customers don't mind spending $600 on a coat when it costs thousands retail. If you can find something new with tags, that is certainly a plus, also for resellers. It gives us greater appreciation learning about the history of these labels and designers, and sometimes even what inspires them. And there are many different seasons represented here as well. Chanel shoes and a Moschino handbag. Here's that Gucci coat, size 40, European, new with tags. Gucci was founded in 1921 by Guccio Gucci as a leather goods shop in Florence. He saw the need for luxury leather goods after working as a porter at the Savoy Hotel. And this is a great example of the way you can affordably thrift Gucci fashion. This wool embroidered coat sells for about $1,700 on the secondary market. It's $585. A pale pink Chanel dress. Usually the items at the Bluebird Circle are reduced every 30 days. With this fashion, it goes a little bit faster with those price reductions. $1,300 is the initial price. October 28th, you could get it for $650. A Pucci scarf for $95 is perfect for that Chanel dress. Now we will see some Giorgio Armani. A nice selection. And I'll tell you more about the history and how he has changed suits as we once knew them. Here are some basic items, the black and the red shell, both Armani. They blend beautifully with so many different items in your closet. And look at that detailing. I really like this one. It would be a nice addition. The style is feminine, yet modern. Priced at $55. That is a deal. A tribute to fashion icon Giorgio Armani. He got his start in the 1960s in the fashion industry and began his private label in 1975. He's known for his contributions of deconstructing the classic suit in women's wear and menswear with a softer look. They've got a great selection here at affordable prices. Lots to discover here, including a very modern and sleek Giorgio Armani sleeveless gown. And from a Texas designer, we have some evening wear. This brand I will tell you more about is carried in some major department stores. Victor Costa is a fashion icon and native Houstonian. This Texan used to sell sketches to Oleg Cassini and is known as the king of copying high-end fashion labels. Very affordable, high-quality fashion. This dress is $250. I was delighted to meet Mr. Costa at a book signing here at the Bluebird Circle and really enjoyed getting to know him. Prada shoes and a pin that would dress up your pale pink or even light blue or classic black from Miriam Haskell. Miriam Haskell pins are highly collectible. She is from Indiana and moved to New York City in 1926 and opened up her jewelry boutique. She's known for her intricate designs using European beads and crystals. This is priced at $300. Add a bit of bling with a belt. The swan reminds me of Gloria Vanderbilt. Always look for those details. This is a Judith Lieber belt with the swan. It's priced at $175. Have you ever priced a Judith Lieber handbag? They go for thousands. Fancy footwear. Prada was founded by Mario Prada in Milan in 1913. They are known for their cutting-edge style. This one was originally $1,250, marked down to $750, and the price at the Bluebird Circle, $425. And you can see the savings. Shoes from Paris that are Louboutin. We'll talk more about that while we're in the store. These are exquisite, and the iconic red sole. Priced at $225, and that's my size. And here's that sleek and modern Armani. And you can find your style in every corner of this store. I like the variety that they have. Ferragamo. Fancy footwear. You will recognize the Manolo Blahnik brand. It was featured in Sex and the City, that TV show that made it even more popular. He got his start in 1969 when Diana Freeland saw some of his sketches and suggested that he focus on footwear. He was born in the Canary Islands to a Czech father and Spanish mother, and his name is now part of fashion legacy. Everyone needs some ruby slippers. This has me in the mood for autumn. If only it would cool off in Texas, we could certainly embrace the fall colors. This is an iconic look that you probably recognize. We'll talk more about that. And an unexpected color in this Chanel blouse. Price at $275. Chenille with a scoop neck. The houndstooth is a classic look. And this handbag sells quickly. I shared a reel on Instagram and a viewer came in to purchase it. You can be fall ready with some of this fashion from top designer labels, including Burberry and Chanel. These boots are made for walking. Suede is a perfect boot to have for the fall and winter. These are size 7 and priced at $325. With the iconic red from Christian Louboutin. They are gently used and in very good condition. They would pair nicely with this Burberry. And here's a Prada bag with that innovative fabric and a Moschino handbag. Price at $65. Thomas Burberry started his company in 1856. He developed a weatherproof, innovative fabric called gabardine. This is a pattern that was originally inside the trench coats. It is now a symbol of British luxury goods. This pattern was originally used in the lining of the trench coats. Going back to the 1980s with this Gucci handbag, their signature colors, and we'll also see one in the green tones as the store opens. I like the bamboo accents on this black leather backpack. It's also from Gucci. The initial price is $750. That would be great for traveling, even with the bamboo handle. And it goes with everything. Would certainly be an item that could last through the seasons and blend with all styles. It's a great lineup here with footwear: Jimmy Choo, Yves St, Laurent, and Manolo Blahnik. The classic gold. It's ready for the opera or symphony or a celebration dinner. These handbags are inviting. There's something about velvet that grabs your attention. It's luxurious and petite. This one has an interesting history and attention to detail. The initial price is $275 and it sells within minutes. A small luxury bag with a big history. The Roberta di Camerino brand all got started in 1920 when Juliana Cohen was born, and she fled to Switzerland in World War II, where she began crafting velvet handbags. It is a luxury brand today based in a 16th century Italian villa in Venice. This classic Gucci blouse is an elegant look. You could pair that with many different colors. It's from the luxury garage sale. Not heard of that. Size 8, well priced at $90. Attention to detail with the gold button. Love that wide cuff. And we've got the shoes and the handbag to go with it. It is one-stop shopping. And here are some of the more affordable items, also top brands. This dress got my attention with the beautiful fabric. It's from Chloe Dow. My husband works with his sister. And this would be great for a vacation, lunch with the ladies. Love it. Price at $75, which is great for the initial price. This color has my attention with that silky look. We'll talk more about Escada as a brand and a bit of the history as the doors open. Pair this with red for Christmas or black for an elegant look. Even navy blue would be classic. Perfect for rodeo or round top. These upcycled Levi's jean jackets have some creative additions. And they have quite a few of these in the store from Band of She. And that's something that you could certainly take to round top and resell. Isn't that fun? Bling is always in season in Houston. Band of She denim jackets. They start with Levi's and add to it. And it tells quite the story. They have 5 different Band of She jackets in the fashion event. From casual to a walk on the wild side. This metallic wild animal print jacket is from a designer you probably wouldn't expect. St. John is known for knits, And they do have quite a different look with this one. Priced at $900, and the price goes down to $450. And this is also a different look for St. John, new with tags. A St. John dress, new with tags, $995. The initial price at Bluebird is $250. Another great fall edition. They have a great selection of furs. These are obviously the secondary market. It is not newly sourced, and that certainly is sustainable. I've seen these upcycled into vests and even teddy bears made. The initial price is $2,500 for the Japanese tanuki, which is a form of raccoon. And you're probably thinking, Houston is usually warm, we don't need furs, but it does get cold a few days a year. A full-length mink for $1,100. The price goes down every 30 days, so you could certainly wait as we get closer to the winter months. This has a Ralph Rupley Houston label. I went to school with their stepchildren, and it's a brand that was well known in Houston and sadly is no longer in business. Lots of Texans go to Colorado, and this would be perfect for Aspen. It really does freeze in Houston, and you could pull this out once a year. Here's a sampling of the jewelry selection. This Christmas tree pin is elegant. I've never seen anything like it. The blue and green from Dorothy Bauer. I'll tell you more about the history of this company when the doors open. This is from Joan Rivers. I think she sold on QVC. And there are quite a few of these pins. Beautiful. And these are all made of Swarovski crystals. A Maxine Danker. This set includes the earrings. The initial price is $424. And I'm loving this bracelet. What do you think? I would love to hear from you in the comments if that's something that you might add to your jewelry collection. It is a rather large piece. I'm thinking it's too big for my wrist. You could be big and bold. It has a modern look with the blue topaz. I'm sure that will sell quickly. Initial price is $550. Now that you've had a preview, it's time to go into the shop and have a look at all of these wonderful fashion items for the Couture Boutique. Shoppers are lined up and eager to grab the deals. The store has been beautifully set and merchandised for the first day and launch of the Couture Boutique. And they will have many of these fashion labels available all through Christmas, and you can find some top brands every day. This Tory Burch handbag is $300. That's a nice carry-all. And some of these do sell rather quickly, especially the Yves St Laurent clutch. You can get other accessories such as belts and wallets. And this one is Louis Vuitton for $95. That small black wallet is a great price. Could be a good stocking stuffer. Never too early to shop for Christmas. Chanel is a recognized brand with the trademark interlocking C logo. Priced at $2,200, and that also sold quickly. Gucci and Louis Vuitton. I'll tell you more about the history of this luxury brand. And these also sell rather quickly. You would think a big ticket item might not be a bestseller. Just wait until the doors open. You will see the frenzy, and these eager shoppers are emptying the shelves. Louis Vuitton is the most valuable luxury brand. We see the LV on most of their items, including handbags. Louis Vuitton started his business in 1854 in Paris. He had apprenticed for 17 years with a trunk maker and had his own ideas. And he revolutionized the travel accessory industry. He also created the flat top trunk with his waterproof Trianon canvas, and it is definitely a bestseller today. The Spondini is $6.50. I like that square shape. This is also Louis Vuitton. You wouldn't imagine, but it does have that signature logo. $500. The Gucci looks to be perhaps from the 1980s as well. The Boston bag, priced at $600. And here is the Burberry. And that also goes fast. I didn't realize that St. John made quilted leather handbags. It's priced at $250. Has a Chanel look about it. And here are some of the favorite fashion finds, some of which we had already seen for the private showing. That Gucci coat was definitely sought after. And the Escada dress. Some great fashion choices here. Escada is a luxury fashion label known for its bold, colorful designs and also buildable collections to get you in between each season. It was a company that was started in 1976 by Margareta and Wolfgang Lai in Germany. She was a former Miss Sweden that apprenticed with Christian Dior. Their first label was Escada Sportliche Eleganz by SRB and soon shortened to Escada. They started with high-end knit sportswear, branched out in the 1980s. Fancy footwear, everything is aligned perfectly. And you'll see one shoe is out at a time. That saves on space and also keeps someone from walking off with a pair of shoes. And Jimmy Choo, Ferragamo, lots of top brands. And some classic black. And we know this is Louboutin. And I'll tell you more about how the red sole got its start. Christian Louboutin was working on a prototype in 1992 and felt that the shoe lacked energy. His assistant was painting her nails a vibrant red. He borrowed her nail polish using a small brush, painted the sole red. An instant iconic look. A vintage Gucci suitcase. And this one is complete with key. And I'm sure well traveled. The vintage handbag sold quickly. A splash of color. This will inspire you to take a vacation. I'm just amazed at this shopping experience. You feel like you're in an upscale retail store. And this colorful bag is $45 and sold quickly. Jimmy Choo to complete your outfit. And Brahmin, that's a nice showing. This is a pattern I've never seen with all the fruit. Priced at $160. And another Brahmin and a Louboutin. I can't wait to share with you how this one sells. Thrifted fashion is experiencing significant growth, up 14% last year in the US, a $90 billion industry, and worldwide $350 billion. And that is expected to increase. It is embraced by Gen Z and millennials for its affordability and sustainability. Would love to hear from you in the comments if you have thrifted fashion in your closet and which labels you're often looking for when you're out resale shopping. Here are some great examples of how you can update your wardrobe for an evening out, or a special luncheon celebration with the ladies, or perhaps even for a wedding. The Moschino handbag, the rich auntie, and sneakers that go for big bucks on the resale market, including from Prada. and a brand that we've had a few examples of in our resale outings, Spartina. Dooney & Bourke. It's a nice spring look. And the classic blue grabs my attention right away. I like the texture of this bag. Brahmin is one of my favorite handbag designers and rather affordable. This is the Shayna Sapphire Genuine Leather, $255 new with tags, and the initial price is $100. I think that's a great deal, and the classic blue would go with just about any outfit in your wardrobe. More of the tribute to Giorgio Armani. This red is perfect for the holidays. And you won't believe the price, $150. And of course it goes down over time. An equestrian look with these Tory Burch boots, beautifully merchandised. Looks like it belongs in an English country home for the hunt. These are priced at $125 each. New with tags, I like that they give us a separate section. Trina Turk, new with tags, priced at $125. And here's that Chloe Dow. I'll tell you more about the designer. A great price on this Chloe Dow new with tags dress. It is $75. You could even carry this into the fall. She is Houston's own, a designer and TV personality. She won season 2 of Project Runway with her evening wear. Her design focus is feminine, flattering, and timeless. You can also shop her local Houston boutique. A nice selection of affordable evening wear with top designer labels. This is a Thierry Mugler. It is size 10, which looks to be about a 6, and it's priced at $125. A Ruby Beauty from Talbot Renouf. This is $400 with the initial price, and wouldn't that make a statement at a gala event? And the fashion goes on for miles. Here you have more top brands and everyday. There's even a small boutique with some of the top labels. And they are bringing out some of the precious jewelry, including something that is quite historic. And this year they have the jewelry in this section, which streamlines it. And we'll see some interesting pieces. Constantino necklace. And it's reversible. Isn't that fun? You could have 2 different looks. The initial price is $1,000. And you could wait for that last markdown. And here's that familiar bracelet that we've seen, the blue topaz. Some wonderful options here. And turquoise is popular. I like this bracelet. Great for rodeo or every day, $225. And that's an artisan piece. We see many more brooches from the Joan Rivers collection. They're priced anywhere from $23 to $69. And here's that Christmas tree that is sparkling. It has an interesting history with the designer. Initial price is $540, and I'll tell you more about it. Dorothy Bauer was a sculptor who created jewelry designs using everyday objects, making them into mini sculptures with Swarovski crystals. These are handcrafted. She and her husband Robert started their business in 1982 in Berkeley, California, originally called A Piece of the Rainbow. In 1999, they changed to Dorothy Bauer Designs, and this is definitely sought after by collectors. We can better appreciate the initial price since this is a limited edition, number 22 out of 120 made. Vintage and antique timepieces here with these pocket watches. They're most likely gold-filled and very well loved and used. vintage jewelry with this Maxine Danker necklace and earrings. And they also give you the information on the manufacturer. They have an envelope ready for the purchaser, $4.25. That is brilliant. And here's a wonderful surprise. You never know what you'll find at a resale shop. This is jewelry that was gifted by Jackie Kennedy to her secretary, Mary Gallagher, in 1960 for Christmas. And it was part of Jackie's personal collection. Mary Gallagher was JFK's secretary and later Jackie's before and during the White House years. Absolutely beautiful, and it was designed by Marcel Boucher. Marcel Boucher was a jewelry designer for Cartier. He founded his own company in 1937, was a prolific designer of fashion jewelry known for quality and craftsmanship, and here is his trademark logo. What a find. They've got a Rolex with a leather band, and remember this that we saw during the preview from Miriam Haskell. Lots of great jewelry here, and you can keep an eye on it and wait for it to go down. A modern look, $650 for this artisan bracelet. I've never seen anything like it. And here is the fur gallery. And I saw quite a few young folks looking at these and trying them on. This one looks interesting. It's got a mix of leather and fur. Initial price is $750. It is a classic look, and I would say a bit more casual. Great for the mountains. And this one looks familiar that we've seen. I like the chic style and cut. The doors are open. The shoppers are all given bags, and they will need them, as you will soon see. What an amazing day. It was wonderful meeting viewers. I saw quite a few. Yes, look at that excitement. Amazing. And I was so pleased to meet some viewers today, including Ruhi and her daughter, Sarah. They were shopping in the nest with all the china crystal silver. Unbelievable. Here's another viewer who's trying on that Gucci coat for her wedding in November. She was a smart shopper. She knew just what to look for. And lots of interest with the footwear. And this goes off the mannequin and in her bag in 2 seconds flat. Unbelievable. Such an exciting day. They had their highest day of sales ever at the Bluebird Circle. And the impact of the shop sales helped provide funds for their doctors and research clinics working on groundbreaking research in pediatric neurology. So glad you joined me today for the Bluebird Circle's Couture Boutique. We found lots of great fashion, accessories, handbags, all at very good prices, a huge savings off of retail. You can add just one item to elevate your wardrobe. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Bath. Elevate your everyday with thrifted fashion.